if it looks like it's safe and it's intact.
It's also important to remember that the infrastructure has not fully been restored to areas like this. That's including gas, water that is not safe to drink, and power.
So residents are being provided at checkpoints with a Tyvek suit, which is a white suit that's going to give you some protection, a mask that's going to protect your airway, as well as some gloves. But what we want to remind you is that even with these protections in place, we still do not want you to remain in that area any longer than you have to. You want to leave the cleanup to the professionals. You want to get in there, get your essential items, and then you need to leave.
Going through the debris of your home can actually affect your insurance claim. So make sure that you limit what you're recovering to just essential items needed. General information regarding the Palisades fire is at lafd.org.
As a representative for the Pacific Palisades, Councilwoman Tracy Park has been at the forefront during the city's fire response. Now, Park is set to lead a new recovery committee, which will oversee the area's rebuilding and restoration.
2 weeks ago, on this morning, we woke up to a city that no longer seemed familiar. Smoke filled our skies, our hillsides were charred. Recovery and long-term rebuilding efforts necessitate a committee that will focus exclusively on those tasks in the months and years ahead. The Committee for LA Recovery is going to be a platform to bring some managed oversight, structure, and supervision to the multi-layered governmental response that is going to be necessary for our disaster recovery and rebuilding process. So one of the things that is critically important as we get through the recovery and the rebuilding process is that the residents and stakeholders of the Pacific Palisades themselves not only have a seat at the table, but are the driving force behind what happens next. So one of the things that I intend to do through that committee is create a platform to elicit information and feedback from the residents themselves. So the committee will be a place where we can receive regular reports and updates from our partners on the ground, whether it's EPA and FEMA on toxic hazard removal and debris removal, whether it is bringing in our partners from FEMA and the Department of Insurance. There is a lot of work to be done, and this is an opportunity, a community-led opportunity, to synthesize and oversee that work to make sure that what we rebuild in the Palisades is going to be sustainable for future generations in LA. As soon as our agenda is ready, the city clerk will post that on the city website. I will post that and share it out through our CD11 official channels at Councilwoman Tracy Park on Instagram and Facebook, and through my newsletter, which folks can sign up for at cd11.lacity.gov. I look forward to everyone's partnership, ideas, and input, and the collective effort that I know that we are all going to make as a city to make things right.
Outside of the fire zone,